Our application is looking great with all the features and everything being functional. But we have one important piece, and that is deployment. Whenever we build an application, deployment plays an important role because that's the end phase of the project to see the end result live on the website. Before we think about deployment, we need to think about seeding our data. Let's say we are pushing this website for the very first time. What should happen in that case? In that case, what will happen is we need to create the roles like admin and customer role, and we also need to create first admin user. Because if we have the first admin user, then they can create other admin users easily. So we need to do those things using the DB initializer class. We will add that inside our data access. Let's create a new folder here and we'll call this initializer. In there we will be adding the class as well as interface. So first let me add a class here for the DB initializer. And we'll also add an interface here. We'll call that IDB initializer. Perfect. So here we'll make it a public interface. And in this interface, I want one method which will be void, and I'll call this initialize. Great. Let's save this inside the DB initializer class. We'll make this a public class and we will implement the IDB initializer. We need to hover on the squiggly lines to implement the interface. Now think about what we want to do here. With our database, we have migrations. So one thing we want to check is if there are any pending migrations using the application DB context. So we need to get that using dependency injection. Then we need to create admin and customer roles, and we want to create our first admin user. So in order to create roles or create user, we need the user manager and role manager. So we need to get all three of those properties using dependency injection. So let me do that right here. Great, we have all the three properties using dependency injection. Then we need to work on our initialize method. Let's continue with this in the next video.